What's up, everybody? It's your man Theo E.J. Wilson, and as you know, the Boulder community, which is only 30 minutes away from my community, is dealing with yet another mass shooting. Only a few days after the Atlanta spa shootings, and justifiably, the condolences are pouring out. Our hearts are open. I already know I'm connected to some of the victims. You know, being a Coloradan, I've been proximal to so many mass shootings, I'm starting to lose count. And what happens is when mass shootings go down, it sharply brings into focus like life, the brevity of it, the fragility of it, and just what is life, right? Like all of our dreams, our aspirations, our hopes, first kisses, promotions, all reduced to this. This. I done ate carrot slices bigger than this, right? Every prayer you ever prayed, every thought that you ever thunk is no bigger than this. It don't weigh no more, no less, right? And we're sitting here in a situation where there's one obvious answer to mass shootings, and that is to take the guns away from everybody. That's actually the answer. I know in America it's a terrible thing to say. What about Second Amendment rights, all this stuff? You know what I'm saying? You have to take away the guns from everybody. Nobody can have them. But then there's a catch. Because who are you giving the guns to when you take them away? A government full of people who can go tyrannical. And less tyrannical governments have committed genocide, and the first step they did was take away the guns from everybody. This is a dangerous situation that it looks like there's no out from, right? You know, on the same night as the shootings in Boulder, a Denver homeowner shot and killed an intruder, right? It's an example of a good person with a gun. I don't know if there was kids in the house or whatnot, you know. It was a little bit of fuck around and find out. Right? Good people have to have guns too if bad people have guns. So if you take away all the guns from the good people, the bad people who intend to do harm will go get the guns. I understand my Second Amendment folks. I do. But the elephant in the room is that a society that needs guns is not a society. If we need things like police, right? And I'm, by the way, glad there was police. You know, you can't defund them all because when the mass shooter is shooting people, I don't want nobody with no therapists or no Bibles. I need asymmetrical warfare to bring that person to heel quickly. Dead or alive, that person must be stopped, right? Right. So you need police in that situation. But the fact is that if the society's functioning, then there are people who are connected who don't feel the needs to commit the crimes that make police necessary. Right? Human connection and the lack thereof is the fertile soil that grows mass shootings and all other crime. People are starving emotionally, spiritually, whatever you want to call it. And we'd rather put a fucking rover on Mars than talk about the inner lives of human beings and what happens to those inner lives when they are actually starved of connection. Right? Here's the thing. You don't believe we're starving of connection? Knock on your neighbor's door. Do you know who they are? Like if you live in an apartment complex of people down the street, do you know who anybody is, yo? Like the thought of knocking on somebody's door that you don't know be feeling like hella weird. Like, dang, that's awkward as hell, bro. Right? That's it. That right there. That fear, right? It's not just awkwardness. It's like, I don't know if this person is a weirdo. They're going to think I'm a weirdo. Then everything get awkward, right? That right there is the darkness that grows this violence, right? And you could just raise the hell out of your kid. You could take care of your kid. You feed the kid all the best whole food ingredients you want, read all the books and get them computer literate and teach them karate and all this extra stuff, right? But if you don't care about that kid down the hall, if you don't invest in that child, you don't know if the parents are beating them or neglecting them. And when they get the AR-15 from their dad's gun safe and goes to school, your investment is now at stake. We're in this together. There's no way around it. I believe that the universe is trying to teach us a lesson. And the lesson is that every connection to another human being is an investment. And whenever we do not do that necessary investment in other people, life gets cheapened little bit by little bit. There is a withdrawal from the account of human value, and it gets cheapened down to this. When the pain compliance portion of the programming from the universe, and it's like a car that's driving against the rails of a highway. We're not getting it. We have to get off of these rails, and the way to do that is to drive and function as a society. A civilization is defined as a group of people who are collaborative enough that they can solve their problems without violence. We need one another. This dragon has a very simple Achilles heel, and that is kindness and connection. And if we don't get that, and if we don't have the courage to do that, then we have to find the courage to duck from these. My name is Theo E.J. Wilson. Like, follow, and share this message out if you agree. My condolences to those who are lost.